Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is so exciting. Today we're launching our new series and this is our first episode with our lovely first guest, Claire Johnston.
Hi.
So this new series is called Beautiful Homes With and we're starting Beautiful Homes with Claire Johnston. She's going to take us around her house. We're going to get a glimpse of her beautiful home and this amazing design innovation that she has created. She's going to tell us a little bit more about that, but to start off I'll tell you a little bit about Claire. So Claire studied art and art history in Cardiff University.
Yeah.
You then moved on to do your masters and you said at the time you were doing a part-time job next.
Yeah, so I actually took a year out because I've been away from home for like 3 years, so I wanted to go back to Belfast.
Yeah.
And I kind of thought I would have a nice year of like roaming around, but my parents thought otherwise, so I got a part-time job in retail, working for a high street retailer, and never really got back to the masters. So that's kind of where I spent sort of my next 24 years.
Yeah.
Was working in retail.
And you quickly escalated and became the area manager as
for
well.
Ireland. Yeah,
which is amazing.
Yeah, so I learned really how to, run a business. That's really what we were doing. We were like growing a business, opening new stores. So it really gave me that background as to how I could start my own business.
Yeah, that's amazing. And I guess it helped you with what you're doing today.
Sure, yeah, it really has, yeah.
So then you moved on and became a brand director with a new company.
Yeah, I really wanted to work. The company I was working for was a UK high street, sort of large company. And I really wanted to work for a company that started in the country that I'm from, in Ireland. So I got the opportunity to take on this role. It's actually a weaving company that started in 1892 in the west of Ireland, and they wanted a brand director to help them with their retail and build a brand around the product that they make in the weaving sheds.
Yeah, and you're still doing that?
I still do that, yeah. So I travel back and forward
Wow.
To Ireland, and I'm also their buyer, so I travel all around the world as well.
Yeah, wow, that's amazing. And then now tell us a little bit about your new venture,
Okay.
and what it is.
So about 3 or 4 years ago, I came up with this concept. It didn't have a name at the time, but it was that I was sort of thinking, you see all these homes in magazines and, but you can't actually really buy anything from them. And I thought, like, wouldn't it be great to be able to walk into somebody's house and be able to buy everything that you liked about that house.
Yeah.
So I kind of like this concept built up over 2 or 3 years, and then we had to move from Ireland back to Glasgow, and with the travelling back and forward, I thought this is a really good opportunity to try and start something of my own. So my husband said, look, why not? Do it now. We found this amazing building.
Yeah.
With, a lot of the work was already done, like all these period features that we just had to kind of update. So I decided to do it, but actually launch it as a website.
And that is amazing. I was just telling Claire that I've never seen anything like it. It's not just a show house, you live in this house as well.
We live here. So, at the minute the house is set up because we're having like an open house.
Yeah.
So this is the first time I've actually opened the doors. So it is sort of set up a bit like a shop in areas, because it's Christmas and this is a shopping experience for people from all over Scotland to come and buy whatever they want to buy, or just have a nosy about or get some inspiration. But yes, we live in it.
Yeah.
We have 2 massive dogs who aren't here today. But yeah, we live in it pretty much like this. We live in it.
And I think you could definitely see that it's not just a typical show house, because you could see so much character, you see personality and warmth as well.
Yeah.
We'll show you around and you could just quickly see how much warmth there is in the house. Even though it's a huge house, like it's huge. But yeah, it's so lovely and warm, and I love this idea. And you called it I Am Nomad.
Yeah, I called it I Am Nomad. And a lot of people ask me why I called it that. The reason why I picked the word nomad is that, I'm not a nomad, but I have I left home straight away when I did my A-levels.
Yeah.
And I've lived in so many different places moving, and within those places I've moved house so many times. So I suppose all of my life I have felt like a little bit of a nomad.
Yeah.
I love the word as well, and then I just strung on the I am to the end of it.
Yeah.
So that's really what it is. It's not necessarily about the house, it's just a branded name.
Yeah. No, and I love the story behind it as well. You can definitely you see the connection to your life as well, and then how you brought it in. So that is fantastic. I think let's go now and you can tour the house, and you guys are going to love this.
Welcome to I'm Nomad. This is the first time I've opened the doors to anybody. So this is my porch, and I class this as a room because I have 2 large dogs, so this is a very important room so that I keep all the dirt and mess and the leads and everything out here. There's a few things in here that aren't normally here because it's Christmas and I'm having an open house for Christmas. So this beautiful tree was built for me with some beautiful decorations on it, and this beautiful wreath to welcome you into the rest of the house. So into the house itself. So this is the hall. So it is an extraordinarily large hall, very wide. And there was the debate as to how I was going to fill this room, but I opted for this beautiful day bed, which sometimes one of the dogs sleeps on. And I've kept this room very much has been built around these 2 large paintings over here on the walls. This is how I sort of normally style a room. So I'll pick one piece or 2 pieces that are my favourite things, and then I'll build the rest of the room around it. So the I Am Nomad house is very much about Scandinavian furniture, but also mid-century retro furniture. So you can see a lot of pieces like this little sideboard and the 2 Danish chairs, which are new. So these are all one-off pieces that are for sale in the house. Like as I said, for this room, these 2 pieces, which came over with me from Dublin, were the starting point. You know, they need a big room where you can see them, and then I built around that. And obviously this desk, which is my great-grandfather's, which was also a really important piece to put in here.
When you have an end goal, does it always look different in real life? Because
yes,
it
always looks different. I can sit and plan out what things are going to look like, and I do that to start with, but what it starts out as and what actually it ends up as is different.
And do you like that? Do you find it? Yeah,
I love it.
It's exciting.
And it always, I don't know why, but it always does just fit together okay.
Yeah.
Living room. So this is an amazing room, and you can see the ceiling heights, and all the original features on the ceiling. I was tempted when I had this room to put a dark colour in it, but because of the furniture that I had that I wanted to put in here, I just felt that I wanted to keep the walls light. Pretty much, well, normally there isn't a big Christmas tree in the room, so that is a beautiful little sort of nook that I have a big chair, and I'm sitting in that area. The rest of the room is pretty much as it would be, and again I've just filled it with vintage retro. That's a Macintosh sideboard, lots of sort of like smoky glass lighting, and this beautiful sofa that a lot of people think this looks really uncomfortable, but it's actually so comfortable. I think it looks uncomfortable because it's squareness, but I love it. And then I bought this footstool to go with it, so you've got the sort of L-shape thing going on, but I always find an L-shape sofa restricts where you can actually put it in the room, whereas I can move this sofa anywhere that I want in the room.
Just looking at this room right now, I see so much, but it all works amazing and it's a perfect balance. What would you say to somebody that has this huge room? How would you start tackling a room like this?
I think with any room, if it's a living room, you need to work out what you're going to use it for. So most people in a living room, the most important thing to them is their sofa and where they sit, because that's what you usually do in a living room. So I would start with the sofa. Rugs are very important to me as well, so I would place all the bigger things and then build it up around you after that. So there's 2 bedrooms in this, there is actually 3 bedrooms in this apartment. One of them I use for my office, which I won't show you today. The first bedroom is our guest bedroom. And I always think of this room as really calming and peaceful. So I always think when I have people staying here, I want them to be really comfortable and have a really nice rest. And I think this is a very restful room. So all this panelling in here was the original panelling. This building used to be the registry office. So people used to get married in here, and all the births and things like that were registered here. So with this room, for me, this room is all about the bed, which is what your bedroom's all about. And both my bedrooms, I have chosen this beautiful bed linen from a small company in Lille in France called Millier Claire. And all the designs are from old Burma traditions. And these are all handmade, hand printed and hand woven. And then the rest of this room, what's important to me here is, again, I always like there to be in a room a place to sit and relax before you go to bed at night. So this is an old reconditioned air-cooled chair, and I covered it in Bute fabric, which is made in Scotland, as we all know, in the Isle of Bute. And the other thing in here is rugs. I love rugs.
When you think about designing, do you look at trends or do you want to stick to classics that will last quite a while?
I don't really look at trends. I can appreciate trends, and I always follow colour trends and read up about them. I am really interested in them, but I always think that what's in your home should be what you like and what you love, not what you think other people would like and love. But I can appreciate trends, but I don't really necessarily follow them. So into the other bedroom. So this bedroom I've just finished, literally, last night. This I've gone for something very different, so I have gone for a very dark room. This is Farrow and Gold railings, basically floor to ceiling. I've even painted the original fireplace as well. But I think because it has got the 3 windows in on that end of the room, and because the ceilings are so high, I think it's absolutely fine to put a colour like this in your bedroom. And I also chose, this was a bed that had been made for us when we lived in Dublin. and we brought it with us, and then so I decided to get it, I just got it reupholstered in some Scottish tweed, and I actually decided to do it as close to the colour of the walls as possible for a few reasons. One, the last time we had this bed upholstered it was a light colour and it got so dirty with the two dogs running around, and it just was a disaster. And two, I just love the dark on dark. I just think it looks really nice.
Did you find a hole in the market for I Am Nomad? Is that why you came up with the idea, or was there another reason?
I think it is a unique and different idea. I think it will take it. I only launched it in April, and I think it will. Some people don't get it. It'll be interesting to see over the next few days if people understand what I'm coming from, where I'm coming from. But I think it's because I want to work in interiors. I love design. I love creating and changing things, and it's also an opportunity for me to stay in Scotland rather than eventually, you know, I would like to move on from my job in Ireland, so I'm not travelling back and forward all the time.
And is it also hard to live? So this is a curated home. Is it hard to live with the pieces that you want to sell? Do you have to take extra care? You said you had two dogs, so is that...
I have two dogs, yeah. I mean, we would tend to, like, during the day I would cover over, like, we would close the doors, they don't roam around all the time. It's just, I mean, it's not difficult, it's just, you know, you live and sometimes you have a tough week and you're messy, but it doesn't really affect the product that we have. Like, these rooms we keep closed. The dogs would be in the hall, so we do cover over that day bed because they love sleeping on it. And we just, because of all the panelling, it's perfect because we can just wipe down the walls when the dogs come in. It would be hard to keep it at this level all the time, but no, I think it's nice to live in it, and I think it's nice to be able to talk to people about not something that I've just created from a design that was on a board. This is actually how we live.
And it evolves as well.
And it changes. As I sell some of the original pieces, or things maybe that I sell go out of stock, I replace them with different things.
So it's exciting because it keeps you on edge all the time to create something different.
Yeah. So on to the kitchen. I spend a lot of my time. It's a bit of a working kitchen today, if you'll excuse it, because we have an event. So the table's filled with canopies that I haven't finished doing yet. But this room this is a big kitchen, and I would have loved to have actually changed the units whenever I moved in here, but I wanted to launch I Am Nomad, so it was a balance between which one I could afford to do. So I decided to do something quite radical in here. And I've always loved this Farrow & Ball wallpaper. So we took the plunge and put it up, and I think it really looks great in the kitchen. Again, you can see my mid-century inspiration with my larder cupboard and a little sideboard. And these stools, which are made by a Scottish wood maker, were made especially for me. So they're the tractor seat stools made from walnut. And rugs. I know a lot of people don't like putting rugs in their kitchen, but these are vintage Turkish rugs. So they are very hardy and very easy to clean, and I just think these really complement the whole colour scheme in the room. It is hard working on your own because you don't have anyone to bounce ideas off. You know, I tend to bounce ideas off my husband, who is extremely supportive of all of this. And as you can imagine, starting this has been a huge investment for us. So yeah, there's the financial concern, the coming up with new ideas. Will people understand the concept? And now that I'm doing this open house, you know, where will I take it then? Because I think anything to do with retail, you need to keep people interested, to get people to actually come out of their house and away from their phone and away from their computers is really difficult now. And that's why I didn't launch I Am Nomad as a shop, because it's just not a great time for retail. And I think this maybe has a little bit of extra something to make people get out of their house and come and make the journey to go and shop in a slightly different way. So you'll probably see that I haven't shown you any of the bathrooms because I haven't done them yet. So that's possibly on the cards for next year. And also I'd like to do interior outside. So I've got a couple of ideas that I won't reveal just yet because I need to work out and see if I can do them. But it's just really building an outdoor space in the garden. We have got quite a big garden, but obviously I have to take into account the fact that we live in Glasgow and it rains nearly all the time. So I'll have to battle through how I'm going to build that. And obviously just really trying to get the concept out there and promote it all a bit more. So that's really the plan for 2019.
So I hope you've enjoyed coming along and seeing Claire's beautiful home. Thank you so much, Claire, for inviting us. Before we go, just got quickly some fire-up questions for you to quickly answer.
Okay.
So, style or comfort?
Style.
New or old?
Old.
Open plan or closed rooms?
Open plan.
Modern home or period home?
Period home.
Big room with no light, small room with lots of light?
Big room with less light.
And then the last question, if you had to pick 3 colours to design with, what would they be?
Grey, white and pink maybe.
It's a hard question.
Yeah, it's a hard question. Yeah.
So thank you very much and see you in the next episode. Bye.
Bye.